Hello and welcome to Rouse IAS Mains Quality Improvement Program. Now in this video session, we shall take up a question and answer discussion for the topic of internal security. Now the question in front of us reads, new technologies will determine how future conflicts are fought and won. Discuss India's preparedness in respect to tackling challenges arising out of newly emerging domains of warfare. Now this is a 10-marker question that needs to be attempted within 150 words. Now as we move ahead with this question discussion, we shall first try to understand the source of origin of this question and why is this question important from the point of view of UPSC Mains of 2020. Next, we will try to decode the question so as to understand its various subparts. Moving forward, we will try to frame a sample answer on this question, and at last we will try to review the sample answer based on Rouse evaluation parameters. So now, based on this guideline, let us start the session. Now starting with the first part of our discussion, let us first try to understand where does this question fit into as per the UPSC Mains syllabus. Now the question reads, new technologies will determine how future conflicts are fought and won. Discuss India's preparedness in respect to tackling challenges arising out of newly emerging domains of warfare. Now clearly this question revolves around the security challenge subtopic of internal security subsection of the GS paper 3. As it talks about the challenges arising from the conflicts and warfare in future that India might have to face, and what is India's preparedness with respect to these emerging domains of warfare. Hence, it becomes an important topic from the internal security section of the UPSC syllabus. Now, various questions of such kind have been asked in the past UPSC paper. For example, in 2013, there was a question that talked about cyber warfare and India's preparedness to deal with the same. Now in 2013, a question of a particular kind that only dealt with cyber warfare was asked. On the same lines, we have created a question for 2020 mains examination that could revolve around the newly emerging domains of warfare. One of which of course is cyberspace and others are something we'll discuss as we move forward. Now, after establishing the relevance of this question from the point of view of UPSC Mains syllabus and the past year paper, let us try to establish the relevance of this topic from the point of view of the upcoming mains of 2020. Now, as you can see, National Cyber Security Strategy of India was in news in the February of 2020. Now, Government of India has been in the process of drafting the National Cyber Security Strategy that envisages to create a secure cyberspace in India. Now, this is because India is witnessing a spike in the cyber crimes. A report by Kaspersky Security Network suggests that India has seen a 37% increase in cyber attacks in the Q1 of 2020 vis-a-vis Q4 of last year. So within a matter of one quarter, India has seen a jump of 37% in cyber attacks, which is a great cause of concern, and thus it is said that cyberspace is increasingly emerging as a domain of warfare. Now another area that is being emerging as a new domain of warfare is the underwater region. Now, submarines and underwater warfare are rising in the recent years. There have been news that nations across the world are increasing their presence in the disputed water. For example, China increasing its presence in South China Sea. Now, this is often done as an act of show of strength or display of support for a friendly ally. Further, with respect to India, India had launched recently in the October of 2019 its first nuclear-powered submarine called INS Arihant. Now this was a massive news for India because this helped India achieve the nuclear triad. That is, India is able to launch nuclear attack from land, water and air now. Now this was a major news and is an expected topic in itself or as a combination of topic as we have discussed here. Now moving on to the third important emerging domain of warfare, that is space. Yes, you heard it right. Now in the recent years, we are seeing growing militarization and weaponization of space. Recently in 2019, US has declared its Space Force. Further, important global powers such as Russia and China are too seen to be making military advances with regard to space domain. Now in 2019, India also moved a step ahead in this regard when it launched its first anti-satellite missile known as the ASAT. Now ASAT is said to be India's military response to the growing threats that we just discussed. Now in order to learn more about these emerging domains of warfare, you may refer to these DNS where all these topics were discussed in detail. Now moving forward, let us try to decode this question. Now the question suggests new technology will determine how future conflicts are fought and won. Now this is a statement that has been given. While you try to answer this question, we'll first begin by discussing or emphasizing on this statement that has been given in the question. Now please keep in mind this is the generic approach for all statement-based questions. Now moving forward, discuss India's preparedness in respect to tackling challenges arising out of newly emerging domains of warfare. Now let us try to identify keywords and various subparts. Now as we have discussed, now this is the first subpart wherein you talk about this statement that has been given in the question. Now moving forward, in the second subpart, you try to discuss India's preparedness. Now this is a keyword, so I'll circle this keyword. In tackling challenges, now this is another keyword, and the third keyword is the newly emerging domain of warfare. Now as the second part of the question, you will try to discuss about the newly emerging domains of warfare. In the third part, you will tackle the challenges that these domains cause to India, and fourth we will discuss what is the India's level of preparedness. And this is how, with respect to these four parts, you will try to answer this question. Further, the question tag in this question is discuss. Now this is very important because this gives the flavor to your answer. Now discuss refers to the process of debating on the given topic, wherein you analyze the topic from all the perspective and arrive at a conclusion. Now based on this discussion, let us try to define the introduction, body and conclusion for this particular question. Now in the introduction, we'll try to talk about the given statement in the question, and further we'll also try to talk about the newly emerging domains of warfare. That is the first and the second subpart we'll try to discuss in the introduction. Because this is a 10-marker question, we have a shortage of word limit. Thus, we do not have so much word space to give to these aspects individually. And thus, in the introduction, we'll try to talk about the new domains of warfare emerging with the advancement of technology. Now, moving on to the body part, wherein we talk about the challenges and India's preparedness. That is the third and the fourth subpart of the question. Herein we suggest that India's preparedness to tackle challenges arising out of the new domains of warfare. Now at the conclusion stage, we try to arrive at a conclusion wherein we talk about the need of the integrated approach. Now this conclusion has been adopted with regard to the keyword of the question, that is discuss. So now after giving the analysis in the first and the second part of the question, we try to give a final conclusion at the end. Now based on this discussion, let us try to frame a sample answer. Now here is the sample answer. The introduction of the sample answer reads, Technology has always been the contributing factor for advancement and development of war equipment and the way war are fought. Now this first para very precisely points out that the technology has been a major contributor for advancement of war equipments which determine how wars are fought. And this actually defines the first statement of the question. Moving forward, it suggests, with ever-changing technology and advancement, security challenges are going beyond the traditional domains, that is the land, sea and air, and new forms of conflicts are emerging. Now this part has very smartly created a link between the first part and the fourth part that talks about the newly emerging domains of warfare. Now moving forward, we use a diagram to explain the newly emerging domains of warfare because again this is a 10 marker question and we are short on word limit. Further, as we all know, pictographic images often create a more impact on the mind of the examiner, and hence making use of such diagram not only save time and word but also help you gain those extra brownie points. Now in this diagram we talk about the emerging domains of warfare and we pick out the three most important domains of warfare that we are seeing to be arising in this 21st century. The first most important is cyberspace, then comes underwater, and last is space. Now the cyberspace area is important because increasingly we are seeing all the critical infrastructure and the military installation connected to the internet and the cyberspace. Hence any attack on the cyberspace will affect India's infrastructure and military installation, which could result in collapse of the Indian security apparatus. And hence this is a very crucial and important sphere of warfare that has been emerging in the recent times. Another important domain of warfare is underwater or the undersea domain. The reason of resource control along the sea beds and the rise of unmanned warfare is the reason behind underwater or undersea emerging as a domain of warfare. Thus, today we are seeing rising submarine culture wherein all countries including India are trying to hoard nuclear submarines. Now the third important domain of warfare is space. Now we have already discussed the massive space militarization and the development of space force that is being ongoing endeavors of various countries. Now this is important because this space or the air area gives a military advantage to all the countries because it overlooks the traditional domains, that is the land, sea and air, and hence gives the countries at war a military added advantage, which can prove to be very important in times of war. And hence presently these three are considered as emerging domains of warfare. Now with this we have completed the introduction part of the question. Herein we have successfully discussed the three subparts of the question. That is the first subpart, that is the statement that was discussed here. The second subpart that talks about the emerging domains of warfare, this is the second subpart, was discussed here. And at last the third subpart which talks about the challenges what was discussed in the diagram wherein we talked about the various challenges that are associated, that are giving rise to these three as the important domains of warfare. Now moving on to the fourth part, that is India's preparedness with respect to tackling of these challenges. Now moving towards the body part wherein we discuss the fourth subpart of the question, that is the challenges and the India's preparedness. Now the subheading of the body part reads, India's preparedness to tackle challenges arising out of the new domains of warfare. Now herein we have used the key terms from the question itself, for it gives the examiner an idea that he has stuck to the demand of the question. Now we have divided the answer in three parts wherein we talk about the three important emerging domains. Let us take up each of these domains. Now, cyberspace has been in news massively for the past couple of years, in fact a decade, and hence a lot of development is seen in this region. Now, India is seen to be developing Defense Cyber Agency, that is a tri-service command tasked with handling cyber security threats, and it draws personals from all the branches of Air Force, and thus this would be, when developed, a very important defense infrastructure for the country. Further, India has also developed National Cyber Coordination Center. It has also developed a National Critical Information Infrastructure Protection Center and CERT, which is important to disclose the cyber attacks or the threat that India faces. Further, India also developed the National Cyber Security Policy of 2013, and as we had discussed, it is on the way of developing National Cyber Security Strategy of 2020. That also you may add if the word limit permits. Now moving on to the second important domain of warfare, that is underwater. Herein, India has most importantly developed the nuclear powered INS Arihant. Now this is a very important topic from both prelims and mains point of view. Further, India also has leased INS Chakra from Russia, which is also a nuclear powered submarine, but now India is developing Arihant class of submarines that will be nuclear powered indigenously developed submarines. Further, India is also developing conventional submarines under the Project 75I. Now, once these submarines are developed and commissioned, India will become an underwater power to reckon with. Now, the next important emerging area of warfare is space, the growing space militarization. India recently stepped in this direction with development of the ASAT missile. India became the fourth country to establish itself as a military space power with the development of the ASAT missile, and hence this was the first step in the preparedness for tackling the space-related challenge. Further, at global stage too, India has been voicing its concern against militarization of space. So this ASAT was a step to establish deterrence for India, but in general, India is against militarization of space and has been exceptionally vocal about it. So with this, we have completed the discussion of India's preparedness with respect to the three challenges of the emerging domains of warfare. Now moving on to the conclusion bit. Now in the conclusion, we suggest that these domains are no longer mutually exclusive. That is, all the traditional domains, that is land, sea and air, together with the emerging domains, that is the cyberspace, the space and the underwater area, all these are no longer mutually exclusive, and thus there is a need to develop an integrated approach with respect to the traditional and the emerging domains of warfare. Now this is because, as we had discussed, that the cyberspace can affect all the critical infrastructure that is either based on land, sea or air. Similarly, space is a holifying union which can affect all the other four domains of warfare, including the underwater sphere. And similarly can be said about the underwater domain. And thus, an integrated approach is needed. The approach of dealing all these warfare in silos will no longer serve us in the 21st century. Now with this, we come to the end of this sample answer discussion. Now moving on to the answer evaluation. Now the sample answer created was extensively discussed in the video, and thus it was relevant to the demand of the question. Further, with regard to answer enrichment, we had made use of a lot of examples, we had made use of keywords, and we had also made use of a diagram. And hence, we had enriched our answer sufficiently. Further, with regard to the presentation aspect, we divided our answer into introduction, body, conclusion. We made use of subheading and point and subpoint approach. We tried to keep our language short and crisp. And at last, we also stuck to the word limit. that is 150 plus minus 10 to 15% variation, which is acceptable in UPSC. Now with this, we can fairly say that we have addressed all the important parameters that make an answer good. We hope this discussion was helpful for you. Please try to attempt this answer now. Hope to see you in the next session. Thank you.